Hi, and welcome to VSU Today, your source for news and information at Virginia State University. I'm your host, Daphne Maxwell Reid. In our first segment, Virginia State University students get a taste of corporate life through a mentorship program at our Reginald F. Lewis College of Business. Not only do they get to mingle with top corporate executives at our Center for Entrepreneurship, the students also get a chance to shadow them on the job.
Welcome to the Center for Entrepreneurship on the campus of Virginia State University. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. As a reminder,
opportunities in the business world for students at Virginia State University's Reginald F. Lewis College of Business are on the rise.
But what I had done during my development with Louis Vuitton was develop websites.
If this really took off,
the popular Center for Entrepreneurship gives students at VSU a chance to mentor with local businesses.
It's an opportunity to meet real persons in the real world doing real things.
Jonathan Young is the Director of Corporate Relations at the Reginald F. Lewis College of Business at VSU. He believes that through effective interactions, students are given a practical look at what it takes to be successful in corporate America.
Center for Entrepreneurship at the Reginald F. Lewis College of Business, Virginia State University constitutes an opportunity for us to provide our students, undergraduate business majors, real access to real entrepreneurs.
When you're trying something,
persons making product, service, but it's also an opportunity for us to provide community service for entrepreneurs or persons aspiring to be entrepreneurs in the Tri-Cities and Southside Virginia community.
The center offers a collaborative space where local business and students can exchange ideas, collaborate,
Okay, so starting off,
and even develop concepts that could lead to future employment opportunities.
shampoo.
They will provide students the kind of training that candidly you just cannot learn out of a textbook.
Over 100 Virginia businesses have participated in what VSU Center for Entrepreneurship is all about.
We are committed to increasing the entrepreneurship rate, particularly amongst this region's large minority, veteran, and student populations.
So I started a branding and design business in New York. And
I think a lot of institutions of higher learning focus almost exclusively on the classroom. And the classroom is important. The classroom is important. But at Virginia State University, we recognize that arguably more learning happens outside of the classroom.
Ayanna, you're going to introduce yourself.
For example, Ayanna Glover, who majors in business management, spent a day mentoring with Michael Sparks, CEO of the Underground Kitchen.
welcome to Michael Sparks Design. Come on in.
He took time out of his busy schedule to make sure she understood the importance of crafting proper knowledge.
What kind of marketing do you want to do?
Well, I haven't decided yet, but
I offered Ayanna an opportunity to shadow me to see exactly what we do, to see how it all comes about, to sort of give her perspective of what business is like. We then go into development stage and we develop an event.
it's very rare that you get to actually meet people in your field that you want to be a part of later and that are like super successful.
So this is the studio. One of the things these kids do when they graduate from school is that they have such a wide range of ideas and how they want to go forth with their careers. If I can take one student and influence them to really get into the marketing and design portion of how we do it, and I can make them successful at that with my contacts, then I feel that I've been a success in my career.
To be able to build our network so much and we're still in school, it's a very special thing to be able to do.
You can buy anything. There's all different size bottles.
Jawan House spent time mentoring with impression marketing. While at the Center for Entrepreneurship, he got a first-hand look at what it takes to be successful in his aspiring field of business marketing.
so on that day, a gentleman named Howard Deskin came in representing impression marketing, and I got the opportunity to meet him, listen to his presentation about
Use a normal amount of toilet paper.
marketing, just
2 or 3 sprays.
starting his own business, having his own product, and that eventually led to me going to his location of impression marketing and being able to shadow him for a day. Hello, how you guys doing? I'm Jawan.
He's spending a day with us at Impression Marketing. He's attending our team meeting, so he kind of gets to see what goes on in running a business. He's going to meet all our staff. And Moss Rogers, our creative director.
How you doing?
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jawan.
How are you? Talk to them about what they do.
You like part of a group.
And I'm going to take him to see 2 clients of ours as well, which are right around the corner from us.
We'll head out and go to see Richmond Alarm.
So he can learn a little bit about their business and the type of work we do for them.
They've been real strong in the residential security.
So the Center for Entrepreneurship is preparing us to advance in our potential careers.
Well, this is Wayne Boggs from Richmond Alarm. He's the president.
Preparing us to talk to people in power, network, and basically sell ourselves.
We love our relationship with Virginia State University because when we speak to those students, it's really nice to figure out how they got their inspiration, why they think they're going in a certain direction, and we can offer them advice on what they need to be taking right now.
So, took a leadership seminar.
Neil Amin, Chief Executive Officer of Shameen Hotels, was Dennis McCrae's mentor.
I had him to come down to our newest hotel, which is the Hampton Inn Suites and the Homewood Suites here in downtown Richmond, where we are today. And I wanted to show him the newest property that we have and show him some of the new trends in the industry regarding decor, regarding customer service, and regarding amenities that are really important in today's hotels.
Our living room areas all have pull-out sofa beds. So that
some really good advice he gave us was how to be successful in the business. You really need to know why you're doing it and not just to know what you're selling or what product or service you're giving or selling.
basically you have your full kitchen.
President Abdullah's commitment to embracing opportunities for excellence comports perfectly with what we're doing in the Center for Entrepreneurship. What better way for our young students or undergrads to learn how to succeed in the 21st century than to collaborate with real persons making real product or service right here in their backyard.
Our next story takes a look at Virginia State University's new multi-purpose center. It's the home of Trojan men's and women's athletic events, commencements, concerts, banquets, meetings, and it also houses mass communications.
I am pleased to welcome you to this grand opening of our multi-purpose center. It is a great day to be a Trojan.
We are extremely excited about the opening of the multi-purpose center.
With approval of the Board of Visitors of Virginia.
Let's cut the
ribbon. Worked a number of years on this project. Actually, the conception of it actually started about 20 years ago.
It has certainly been something that we've been looking forward to, and it has finally come to fruition. Our student athletes, our student body, faculty, staff have also been really looking forward to the opening of the building. It has changed the entire landscape of our university.
This is our club area here. Currently it's the Orange and Blue Club, but we will be looking for a sponsor to name this particular club.
We believe that this facility will provide it will continue to help us provide transformative experiences for students so that when they leave Virginia State University that they are ready to take on the world, whether that be in academics or in athletics.
These are some of what the classroom spaces will look like.
It is going to help us with recruiting because students today are so visual, and this gives us another added bonus to our institution. We think we have the best campus in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and just adding the multi-purpose center has added a different flavor, not only for sporting events, but from an academic standpoint, as well as involving the community with Virginia State University.
Everything was great today.
I am proud to have all of the representatives of city government, of local government, of our local communities here. to know that we stand here in partnership with you.
One of the purposes of this facility is to be a home to our men's and women's basketball team, as well as our volleyball program, and also to the woo-woos.
It's approximately a 165,000 square foot facility. The venue can hold anywhere from 52 to 6,200 people.
It is very unique to this area. First of all, it's the only facility of this size south of Richmond. It serves a fairly wide geographic area.
Well, it changes the game immensely for our program. First of all, it gives us bragging rights. We know that we have the best facility within our conference, also one of the best facilities within the Atlantic region for NCAA Division II. And so when our coaches go out to recruit and bring those prospective student athletes onto campus, kids want to know where they're playing. And this way they're able to go out and tell their friends, come and see where I'll be playing the next 4 years of my athletic career at Virginia State University.
Why choose Virginia State University?
Because the quality of education is outstanding.
We get individual attention.
Student support is high.
Why choose VSU?
Because our programs offer practical career opportunities in
engineering, business,
education, agriculture,
with a world-class faculty.
Virginia State University is committed to serving our community.
Why choose VSU?
We're family.
Time out, Fred.
I love the beautiful campus.
And devoted alumni.
I love the research and the innovation.
And state-of-the-art facilities.
Why choose VSU?
Because I made friends for life.
Me? I'll be honest. It's the woo-woos.
Thanks for staying with us. As a land-grant institution, Virginia State University was founded on the idea that a higher and broader education should include the instruction of both industrial and agricultural pursuits. To support this idea, the Virginia Cooperative Extension experts at VSU are finding ways to reach out to local farmers to help them not only produce a variety of crops, but also market them.
In recent years, American consumers have become much more conscious of where their food is coming from. More and more people are directing their shopping and dining dollars towards ingredients that are fresh and locally sourced.
You had row cover all over this.
These were all covered from about the end of December through the end of February.
To help local farmers meet the demand, the Virginia Cooperative Extension experts at Virginia State University are researching ways to make a variety of crops easy to grow and sell nearby. One of the most successful efforts to date began 3 years ago with Nature's Candy, the strawberry.
We don't let them pick big full trays either, because you get a 10-pound flat.
Right.
Then the berries on the bottom get mashed.
Smashed, yeah.
And
the strawberries total production is 2.6 billion pounds, with a value close to $3 billion a year. It's a huge industry, extremely important. Have you picked
we're on the 4th time.
And its popularity is growing in part because of increased understanding of its nutritional benefits. Along with all that flavor, strawberries are packed with health-boosting antioxidants, and each year they are one of the first welcome signs of a long-awaited spring.
Gone through winter time, and they're really excited, looking forward to get out there and buy locally grown fresh fruit. And strawberry is the first of all the berries and all the fruit that are available.
These two little sections are Sweet Charlies, but we're moving into the Chandler variety here.
Okay, this is
As one of America's favorite fruits, strawberries were a natural choice for Virginia State University's ongoing efforts to bring more diverse and profitable crops to local farms.
So we obtained a grant from Tobacco Commission, Virginia Tobacco Commission, and we started promoting berries among Southside County growers.
And so we come in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the ground...
They began educating farmers on everything from preparing the soil to marketing the finished product.
But you need so much space for a strawberry plant.
Tim Miller, owner of Westover Farm in McKinney, was ready.
Well, this is our third season, I guess.
Basically, they had to teach me everything. We had to start from what we needed to do for soil fertility, what was necessary for strawberries, preparing the land.
Great looking strawberries you guys are picking today.
After thorough instruction on every step of the process, from August preparations to springtime harvest, growers in the program could also call on Dr. Reza Rafi for troubleshooting as their crops progressed.
He and Chris Mullen have been very helpful. They came out several times to the farm to help us get started and help us understand what we needed to do to get ready.
Good morning again.
Beyond the guidance in growing and harvesting a healthy crop, Dr. Rafi and his staff help growers with the business of marketing their strawberries, getting them into the hands of appreciative consumers.
Some of the bigger businesses in Richmond, one of them has about 5 cafeterias on their complex, and I'll sell them strawberries this year. And then last year, for the first time, I started selling to the Dinwiddie County schools. And so we'll do some of that as well.
Among the satisfied recipients of this strawberry bounty is Elwood Thompson's, a specialty grocery store in Richmond.
We like working with local farmers because the product is fresher. We like to get to know the farmer. We feel like that it's part of the community of food.
Stocking locally grown food from small farms helps Elwood Thompson's give consumers a product they can feel good about.
We like working with Virginia State University because they are focused around local farms. Other universities are more focused around bigger corporate farms. And we feel strongly that there needs to be a balance.
One of Elwood Thompson's suppliers is Browntown Farms in Warfield. Established in 1908, this family farm is run by Herbert Brown Sr. and his son, Herbert Brown Jr.
We're a vegetable farming operation. Traditionally, we have been a tobacco operation.
As the tobacco program faded out, we had to do something with that land.
The plant look healthy, actually.
My son talked to me about Virginia State. So I came to a couple of programs they had, and they was telling us the new ways of making money off your farm. And so they had a strawberry section that you came and see how to raise the strawberry with some grants.
While seeing them through to their first successful strawberry harvest, Virginia State University helped the Browns establish market connections, including the rewarding relationship with Elwood Thompson's.
As we harvest the crops, we put them in our cold storage facility. We'll then package those crops, and after we package everything up, I would load them in my vehicle, and then we would actually take them to the grocery store, Elwood Thompson. We would get them there, and then they would stock them nice and sweet on their shelves for customers to purchase.
Mr. Brown and his son are very creative, very hardworking individuals, and they really enjoy the customer relationship and dealing with local customers. They take a special pride of growing local strawberries and local raspberries and sharing those with local consumers. So all of this that you have are Chandler variety, right?
This is Chandler.
Right, okay.
Herbert Sr. attended Virginia State University and worked there for years before taking over the farm.
Virginia State been a part of my life, all of my life. My son came along. I encouraged him to attend Virginia State and major in agriculture. And I told him, hey, if you major in agriculture, you're gonna have a job.
Herbert Jr. did exactly that. graduating in 2009 with a degree in agriculture business economics.
I learned a lot there at the university, and I'm continuing to learn through these outreach events that they host, so that's been a critical part of the success of our operation.
So it's all local, going to...
Yeah, I talked to Thompson, well, the produce person. Actually, they sell the produce, he said, sold all of them.
Everyone at some point has an epiphany.
The moral leader of our nation, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
We stumble.
Stripped down completely.
We fall.
But I made it.
We excel.
This has been one of the great days of America.
And even rise again.
Against the citadel of racism.
Back and forth we go.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
Until we ultimately learn what we need to know. All things seem to find their way back to education. Education makes a difference. Education develops our minds. Education is a powerful tool to change our world. I'm Dionne Warwick, asking you to consider getting your education at Virginia State University. Building a better world since 1882.
Welcome back. This year's TEDxRVA celebrated what it means to be artful at the beautiful Carpenter Center in downtown Richmond. We go behind the scenes with Virginia State University's president, Makola Abdullah, to get an in-depth look at what it takes to prepare for a TEDxRVA talk.
The TEDxRVA is a community effort.
Everybody welcome Pam to the stage!
Almost a movement now that we've had in Richmond for the last 4 years.
How we do this,
we attained the license 4 years ago from TED, the community in New York, or TED, the organization. It's the 4th year of TEDxRVA, and this year's theme, as you mentioned, is artful. And artful is this idea of a process, and brought it to Richmond and started the experiment. As an everyday person who hears your story,
who know that
the pace is great, the storyline is. I mean, you have constructed an ideal TED Talk. And here we are 4 years later with 4 great successful events behind us and under our belt.
So you say you expounded a little bit more on your talks.
One of the things that's kind of forgotten is this idea that volunteers offer their time to help construct.
If you can let them walk away going, we need to do this, because they really
create and make and mold the talks that are on the stage with the speakers.
And when you dive into the song, you can really hear the genius. TEDxRVA was really my introduction to Richmond in a way.
Dr. Abdullah, what a special guy. And one of those that just, so glad that the Richmond community got to expose to such a fascinating guy so early in his time in the region.
I've never been the same. All I can see is cloudy days.
Even if there was supposed to be a left brain and right brain, though I know that theory has been debunked, but
getting Dr. Abdullah prepared for a TED Talk was sort of first a humbling experience. 2 other things real quick that I want to go over at least 1 or 2 more times, because I had to figure out how do you talk to somebody with so much power, so many accolades, and for somebody they don't know to come in and try to tell them, per se, what to do.
I believe that there's an artificial line between STEM and the arts. My talk was on STEM, innovation in STEM, specifically using the arts. The overall focus of the event is artful, right? So that's the theme, is artful. Mm-hmm. And my talk is specifically on how I think that the fine arts, the performing arts, the liberal arts, how they pave such an important role in making sure that STEM professionals really become innovators, right?
With Dr. Abdullah, there was a lot of back and forth and suggestions of, are you going to use music? And we would love, since that was such a part of what formed his creative.
Makola, that's sweet. How did it feel?
The rehearsal process was, it was interesting, but it was also quite, in some ways, nerve-wracking.
Give me a visual of that. You and I are in a bar stool. Tell me about your daughters and my daughters. What will they be as a result of that banishment of that invisible line?
If you can imagine, whenever you have an audience, there's a different kind of vibe, and doing your rehearsal to a bunch of chairs and to individuals who had heard it a few times, it was good. It helped me round it out, but you really didn't have the energy.
Trust the fact that it's in the document and people know.
We really discussed a lot of, should you sing?
Can you sing?
It was a fun moment. He was feeling it out.
I was going to see if we could actually have a little moment of 1,500 people singing My Girl.
What we did is we asked to see more of the person and less of the president.
I mean, I wanted us so bad to do that, right? I know. Look at us, all of us are like, come on.
Right, he was getting a feel in a guy with that level of expertise and professionalism and aptitude and deft in his topic. But you could just feel that he needed to be more of himself, which is a pretty full version of somebody.
Here's the key. I'm going to do it for you because I love you.
Well, we love you.
But that third note in that is actually a tough note.
It is. We recognize it. Just recognize it. That's all.
I've got so much honey, the bees and for me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I've got to
Lay it out. Do what you feel what you would do to be the best version of yourself on the stage. And humble me offering that little idea wasn't something like a guy like he needed, but it did prove to be a nice moment because it was getting him to be a closer version of the best version of himself.
And man, did he deliver on that the day of.
Last week my life had meaning. It was beautiful and so sweet.
I walked into the Carpenter Theater. First of all, the Carpenter Theater is beautiful.
Without you, baby, my whole world is incomplete. 'Cause, honey,
it is, if you don't know where one would do a TED or a TEDx talk, the Carpenter Theater looks like a place that one would do a TED talk. I mean, that's just the kind of place that it is.
The beauty of the Carpenter Center, I could kind of stop at that. It's one of those places that you walk in and it takes your breath away. And when you talk about a space and a place for a very important set of conversations and talks on a stage, you can't get any better.
219? Yeah?
Hey, go ahead. See?
We're on time.
There's something very special about doing a TED Talk or doing a TEDx talk. And it was certainly a highlight of my career to have the opportunity to do it. And so I'm very thankful for everybody who kind of gathered around and helped provide the opportunity for me, to provide the opportunity for Virginia State.
Thank you.
Well, big thing for TEDx too. I mean, Virginia State University is a great university that needs more voice in Richmond, and he's the person to do that. And so sometimes things just work. The Richmond community and his community come together, and he's a good spokesman right in the middle. And it's my goal to have him have as many coffees with as many Richmonders as possible to bridge that relationship even more.
That does it for this edition of VSU Today. I'm your host, Daphne Maxwell Reid. For more information on Virginia State University, please visit our website at vsu.edu or visit VSU Today on Facebook for a rebroadcast of our program. See you next time.
Each of us has a talent, a gift of high capacity, too often hidden, sometimes never found. If we never have the opportunity to unveil it, practice it, and even perfect it, talent becomes wasted potential. Talent is to be developed by hard work. I'm James Avery, asking you to discover your talents at Virginia State University, building a better world since 1882. Each of us has a talent, a gift of high capacity, too often hidden, sometimes never found. If we never have the opportunity to unveil it, practice it, and even perfect it, talent becomes wasted potential. Talent is to be developed by hard work. I'm James Avery, asking you to discover your talents at Virginia State University, building a better world since 1882.